शाकालाका boom boom. देख तमाशा उड़ गया पासा. 1, 2, 3, vanish. Probably these are some of the words that will be coming to your mind when you think about magic. Of course, after watching Harry Potter movie, some of you might have prioritized abracadabra as their preferable magical chant. Today, after my story, you will definitely get one more magical chant that would be the most powerful chant of this present era. Okay, without beating around the bush, let me begin with my story. Once upon a time, there was a king. And guess what? He had 7 queens. Everything was great and smooth in his kingdom. People were happy, they were great followers of the king, and everything was just perfect. Except one unusuality. None of the king's 7 queens had given birth to a child. And that was what worrying the king from long time. One day, the worried king went to the royal priest who had been serving to the king's families from 3 generations. He went to him and explained the problem. The priest told, "No worry, king." He threw his boomerang to a mango tree nearby, and 7 mangoes came into his lap. He gave those 7 mangoes to the king and told, "King, take these mangoes with you and give them to your queens, and they'll be able to become mothers." The king took the mangoes, became very satisfied, and went toward the palace. He called upon his 7 queens and gave each one of them 1 mango to eat. The queens took those mangoes and went. All the 6 queens ate their piece of mangoes, but 1 queen was busy with some work, so she just kept it aside and later on forgot to eat. Next day, the king again called upon the 7 queens and asked and verified whether they had eaten their mangoes. All the 6 queens told, "Yes, we have eaten our piece." When the king asked to the youngest queen, she also told yes, in fear. Later on, she rushed towards the mango, took it out, and ate it without noticing that a piece of the mango was eaten by a rat. After 1 year from then, the king's palace was filled with joy and celebration. Guess why? Because all the 7 queens had given birth to 7 baby boys. Only one peculiarity was there. The youngest queen's child was looking like a rat. He was small in size, and he was thus given the name Raitu. Well, Raitu was very small, and on his abnormal appearance, other 6 princes always hated him, always kept him aside from the group. When others were going to school, Raitu was not allowed into the school. He was standing away, standing in front of the window and just listening to the teachers. Anyway, it was very tough for him. The childhood was just shattered. It was not all. Even the youngest queen was given a lot of pain by other queens because she was the one who is responsible to give birth to Raitu, right? So she deserves some punishment. In this way, the princes grew older. They came to the younghood. And it was the time the king decided to take upon one test on his sons. He called upon all the princes and told them, "I would give you 1,000 penny each with 1 horse. You all will go to town, and after 1 year, you all will come back. That time I would see who has come back with lots of money. And whoever will come back with more money will get rewards, and he will be the next king of my empire." The most abnormal thing was Raitu was kept aside of this test. because of his small size. But Raitu convinced his father, convinced the queen, his mother, to let him go. They all started with their horses and 1,000 penny each. But other 6 princes hated Raitu. They told, "No, you don't come with us, you go away." The 6 started in a different way. They crossed hills, rivers, they went through many different paths. After long journey, they were very tired and they were feeling much hungry. When they were going through the forest, they saw some berry trees, mango trees beside. At that time they whispered, "Oh, we could have brought Raitu with us, because none of us could climb the tree. He could have at least climbed the tree and plucked them for us." By looking at the pain of his brothers, Raitu appeared from nowhere and told, "Brothers, don't worry, I am here with you. I was just hanging with the tail of a horse and I was just following you." All became happy. Then Raitu went from trees to trees, plucked berries, mangoes and other fruits for other brothers. They ate happily, got refreshed and restarted their journey. They went to the town, they got departed from each other. They went to different jobs for their earnings. But Raitu was not getting any job because he was small and everybody were showing him excuse that you are small, you are not able to work. Later, he saw one old woman staying away from the town. He went to that old woman and she employed him as a servant. He worked for that old woman. The work was to look after her kids. Even the old woman did not promise him any wage. He worked for 1 year selflessly. Finally the day came and everybody returned home. The other brothers lost all their monies, even they had debted, so they had to sell their horses to repay them. They came empty-handed. The day came, Raitu told the old woman that I am going home. The old woman told, "Anyway, you worked for me 1 year without yourself. I have not given you anything till date. Ask me whatever you want to take. Whatever I have, I will give it to you." Again Raitu told, "No, Grandma, I don't want anything. I have everything. I love my life and I am all set. I am all done." Looking at this selflessness of Raitu, the old woman offered one donkey she had. That was not a normal donkey. That was a magical donkey. And she explained the secret of the donkey to Raitu. He became very happy. He brought the donkey with him. When he came back, he told his mother to bring one basket and a stick. Her mother brought one basket and a stick, and Raitu told, "Agar bar, bagar bar, gadha chetu, tere bar, tak." And the donkey poured lots of money and gold into the basket. In this way, he became rich. The king rewarded him with money, with prizes, and later on he became the king. And he forgot all the acts of his brothers, and he gave them equal respect. And finally, they all lived happily ever after. Over to you.